Hey y'all, like, comment, and subscribe to me, y'all. I'm here to check in with y'all again today and talk to y'all because I missed y'all. I wanted to talk to y'all since earlier, but I don't care. I can only talk to y'all now because I got time to talk to y'all while I'm driving. So anyway, y'all, I hope the phone don't fall on y'all. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. So I was just having a conversation with somebody about back in the day, right? And I love back in the day. That's my problem. I really love it. That's why, because I feel like we had so many more advantages. But I don't know. I could just be one of them old people that, because I'm older now and the way that I get to see things, I get to see it from a different perspective since I'm an adult. But I have been an adult for at least 19 years. You an adult at 21, and then I was a young adult, and then I was now, like, I'm a grown woman adult. So anyway, y'all, I was thinking about all the stuff I used to like when I was young, right? Because this guy, somebody I'm close to, that I was, telling me, like, your girls ain't have a lot of options back in the day. I was like, I tried to tell him that on my channel about how, this designer business and all that, and this internet and all that, it just came out. So, like, back once upon a time, y'all, like, I'm expanding on that point. He basically was expanding on that point. Like, y'all girls had ponytails, braids, a perm. What else? Ladies, y'all knew what's up. Y'all getting a perm, you probably getting tracks added, or you getting a sew-in back then. And they sewing the joint all the way down, and they doing all this, like, pulling and sewing your tracks on. That's back, they getting that, because I got sewn-ins when I was at a certain level of age. Then they was getting glue-ins. Like, your hair be pressed like this, and then you glue in the track in between, right? This is all the options we was really having when you go in the weave store, and then you can get, like, curlies or ponytails. Like, when I was younger, they was having, like he said, you could get waves, like, slap all this gel on. And you don't even have to have a lot of money to get these styles. You just wash your hair, get a perm, slap all this gels on. Whoever who hype and know how to do it on your block or wherever you from, they could, like, give you some waves, because waves was lit back then too. They was lit at a certain time back then. I'm gonna have to turn right here because it's getting a little frisky right here. So anyway, y'all. Oh, and about the Nellery too, because when I think about it, y'all, God rest my brother's soul, because his girlfriends used to get me lit. I forgot to tell y'all, that's another thing about my brother. His girlfriends used to get me lit, because my mom ain't hardly let me do nothing. But Kevin and his girlfriends was showing me the way. So anyway, y'all, because the one girl, I ain't gonna say her name, but she my Facebook friend. She took me to get my nails done for the first time on Lancaster Avenue, down the bottom at Myers. Myers was the first time I ever got my nails done. That's not like on the main avenue stretch, like where Nails Today and LA Nails, they like staple nail salons that used to be. Well, they not used to be, they still there. But look, y'all, when I got to go to Myers, right, because this is back in the day, because I'm old, I'm 40. So look, back then, the girl, she got my nails done with her own money. Kevin didn't even give her no money. I don't even know if that was in yet. Remember I told y'all, like, but he bought her gifts and stuff, but he didn't give her the money to get my nails done. And she lit. She my friend on Facebook too. Her daughter just went on the prom. But anyway, y'all, look. So, when you go to Myers, my first time getting my nails done, my brother's girlfriend paid for it. But I was about to tell y'all stuff from back in the day. You know how people getting all the tattoos, their boyfriends, all that? No. Back then, you used to get your boyfriend name on your ring finger. I had this boy I like, y'all. I really wanted to get his name on my finger, but I dare not to do that, because remember, I told y'all, us girls, like, we couldn't confess to liking these boys. And if we did, we was doing it in a letter and telling our best friend, like, you better not say nothing. That's how I always start. Like, you better not say nothing. That's how everything starts. You better not say nothing. I don't know if people was saying something, but they probably was. But anyway, y'all, the point about the Nellery is it cost $18 for a full set. That's it. It's 18 bucks. And I wasn't even able to get the tips, but I got the tips that time with my mom. I couldn't get nothing, but I was able to get it with her because my mom let me go with her to get it done, and she didn't want me to look all not getting it done. When Kevin Chicks could get it done, mom, why I can't get it done? And if she gonna pay for me, I'm getting it done. So anyway, I didn't get no boy name, yo. I just got this pearl color, and I got my nails a little longer than this, because right now I be liking my nails like short. So anyway, she got her nails done. Oh, I forgot, I got a little diamond. I got a diamond, because back then, oh yeah, they used to put the diamonds on your nails when you want to get a design. Because again, back in the day, y'all, women that get a regular color all the time. This is what they was getting. Remember I told y'all about the hairstyles. You getting braids, waves, a ponytail, your real hair out in like a doobie type of joint like this. What else they getting? I said waves, right? The flips came out, like flips. They came out. I had that in the 8th grade. I thought I was lit. But anyway, on the Nellery, you getting, it's $18 for a full set. That means they putting tips on your nails and acrylic on your nails. Then it was $12 for an overlay, because that's what I started being able to get. No. It was $12 for the refill. $15 for the overlay. Yes, y'all. Yes. Now I don't know what y'all paying for nails, but I heard it's a lot, because my girlfriend, one of my best friends, she's rich. I told her. Well, she probably don't want me to tell everybody she rich, but she rich. Because one thing about my shorty, right? She like rich, meaning like she worked like a slave, because she worked Monday, Tuesday, Friday, all these different jobs. And see, I told you I hang around hustlers and banging people like that, because she's my boo. She know I always tell her this. She been rich since college, because she was the only one who used to have like Capri Suns and all that in her room, everything when everybody was poor. But when I say all that to say, like, she was always well taken care of and a thorough chick, but she worked so hard all the time. She worked all these different jobs now, but even back then when she only had her one job, she just never be off work. And she, one of them people complain, both my best friends is like this, they complain about work all the time, but they devoted to work. Like, they be devoted to work. I never was devoted to no work. I'm like a lady with 1,000 jobs. I'm a hustler, like my mom. But I did have, like, I still work now. Working is so irking. But I mean, whatever, we gotta get money. But my best friends, like I said, one of them is rich, because all she's gonna work. One thing she gonna do is get a bag. She stayed with a bag. But anyway, whatever. I forgot the point that I was gonna tell y'all about this story. Oh, she the one who told me how the nail prices is crazy. And I'm thinking, yeah, see, your rich behind would pay for that. I'm not paying it. It's not going too far over the 18 to 12 and the $15 for me. I'm not paying all this money for none of that stuff, because I used to be getting lit and people was liking me with their regular corny stuff on my nails. And then I wasn't able to get a lot of tracks put in. I was even to get a whole sew in, or I was getting one of these, like a wash and curl every 2 weeks and all that. And I was getting ponytail, just like what the boy said, in braids. I don't know what y'all ladies was getting back in the 90s, early 2000s, but that's all that was out in the 80s. No, I wasn't out in the 80s like that, but I was out as a kid in the 90s. So that was that. Y'all, and this so crazy. This my girlfriend's steps, right? This mantra, this is mantra. I'm down the bottom, right? I used to sit on these steps every day. My best friend, I don't know if she want me to show this house, but whatever. And this Miss Player house, she used to sell the water ice down here. You can't see it no more, but she used to sell the water ice down here. Y'all, old ladies be outside every day getting this money, selling this water ice. She was just lit. Our neighborhood was lit. Oh, look, they did a tribute to that bull. Remember I was telling y'all about the bull Herman Rice, and I told y'all my mom said I'm the worst cameraman, but look, yo, they got something up, fam, like a tribute thing. Cause y'all know Philly, we heavy on the we are heavy on the thing, heavy on murals, right? And then look, this the gym, Mr. Right. They done named it after Mr. Right, and I told y'all. I don't know. Oh wait, you know what? They made cartoon caricatures of these people. But back in the day, like I told y'all, it was lit. I told y'all about the hair. I told y'all about the nails, right? Now, let me tell y'all when I used to be in the house with my brother, what I used to be doing, right? I love music. Remember, I told y'all that. I love music. So, when I was in the house with my brother, I would be, and he would be doing it too. We would be sitting there watching videos all day long. We had specific places like we was getting our videos, and I it's so bad that I knew the times when this stuff was coming on BET and all that, because for real, in the morning I don't know, because earlier when we was up early in the morning, I was heavy on watching 29s, like Fox 29. I was watching like What's Happening and all that. After I watched Maury, I don't know who, because it was like Maury and all that, because Maury been out for a while. All right. You're welcome. So I don't know, but I know this. When we was younger, we was latchkey kids, I told y'all, so we was spending a lot of time in the house. I remember the whole TV lined up schedule, because I know the Cosby Show came on at 1 o'clock. But this is what I wanted to say to y'all. I would watch The Box. Y'all remember The Box? When I would watch The Box, y'all, when I was watching it, they didn't even have no music. You would just see all the little the three things come. It might be 4 of them. They'll tell you the name, the artist, and it'll be 3 numbers next to it, like 357. And say if I like Juicy, Got Me Crazy. That artist was okay on 357. So say if you just watching the screen, right? Mind you probably doing something else like coloring, before you're not even doing nothing. You just sitting there, like letting your TV. I probably was playing with my toys or chilling or doing something, and you watching the TV screen is blank. It just keep on showing you all the numbers of the selections of the songs you might want to see. Soon as you see your number come up, because you will see when people order the video, it might say 357. So that's Juicy Got It Crazy. And I always used to like this song, I Will Always Love You by Anquinette. They was Luke artists. Luke, like you know what, hey, we want some, all of them, him. They was him artists. So I used to wait for that number to come up. But mind you, they used to have all type of videos that came on like, this is how we do it, because all that was coming out at that time. So I'll be sitting there in the house waiting for The Box, because it'll just be a quiet screen, then it just busts out with videos. It'll play like, and I think they'll wait till they get like 3 or 5 or somebody, at least to get 3 or 5 songs before you get to wait and see 3 or 5 songs play. And then you gotta sit at the silent screen till the next time they about to play the songs. I was all for that. Then on Video Soul, I liked what's his name, Donnie, whoever his name was, and the girl Sherry. I like Sherry too. I never watched no Teen Summit. I couldn't get into nothing like that, because I was watching YouTube. I was watching YouTube about BET and they whole shows. When I went to college, 106 in Park was lit, and that's crazy, because I ain't had the money to tell the people. My mom got mad at me, like, why you ain't call me and ask me for no money? Girl, I used to get mad every time I called in and asked you for some money. So I was not calling you to ask you, can I go to 106 in Park, when I should have. I probably would have been somebody up on the screen back then, but I don't know how to rap or sing or nothing, y'all, so let me chill. But the point is, 106 in Park was heavy back then, but when I was in college, that's when the Uncut was out. Because this is a nostalgia video, y'all. And I should have took a picture of Maya's, but I'm riding down the avenue. Anyway, this is our avenue, but... So, look, y'all. Where was I at? Because y'all always getting me off topic. Like, comment, and subscribe to my videos, y'all. But because I was telling y'all about, I finished telling y'all about The Box. Oh, I was telling y'all about 106 in Park and how my mom, she basically got mad at me for not asking her for money. But in college, you always poor and broke and all like that, for real, for real. You be kind of, I worked like work-study jobs and stuff like that, but I was always poor and broke. And then I worked. And then, oh, let me tell you about my jobs I had in college. Because one time I worked at the kids' jail. I had worked at Glen Mills, y'all, one time. I used to work the food service at Glen Mills. One time, y'all. This is back in the day before I graduated. I used to never want to go to my job. But the food service joint was alright, because I worked 10 hours a day. And after this, I'm going to get off, because I know I led this conversation to be in from the fact that we was poor. But I worked, because I had a car in college. My mom had let me get a brand new car. But basically, I had to pay my car note every month, so I had got me a job. But this is one of my jobs I had in college. I used to work for Glen Mills. I'm going to show you a short story about the Glen Mills job, and then I'm getting off here. So, because I don't want to get, like, say I'm a fraud. Like, I don't know if I was scamming. But anyway, I worked at the Glen Mills job. You had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was 12 hours, so you'll work from, like, 6 to 6 or 5 to 5. I don't know. It was 10 hours. I was working 20 hours a week, so I would work my whole weekend at Glen Mills in a kitchen. So I would come, it probably was 5 o'clock in the morning, because we had to prep. And this is why I thought to myself, I was thinking, I don't never want to go be like in a penal system for nothing, because if it ain't just about all that stuff, the food is not right, and the way they be feeding the people is not right. And back then, some of them kids was Muslim, and they had a lot of pork up there. Let's just put it like that. And it was making like the kids couldn't hardly eat nothing. They had to eat a lot of buttered bread and a bunch of them tasty cakes. And them kids was beefed up after a little while of them being there. Let me tell y'all, one of these little boys tried to come at me. Not even one, like a lot of them. This was sad because they couldn't even talk to you, but they still found the way. That's how I know. Like I said, this is terrible. So anyway, y'all, I was working for Glen Mills doing the food service on Saturdays and Sundays because they did 10-hour shift. You had to be there from like 5 o'clock in the morning. Then you leave at like 5. It was like 5 to 5 or something. I don't know. Yes, it was 5 to 5 because you prep for the last dinner or something like that. I don't know how it went, but I just know that it was 10 hours and I worked it twice a week. Saturday and Sunday when I was at Cheney, my college, right? Because Glen Mills is around the corner. It's right on Cheney Road. So anyway, y'all, I'm over there serving because they give you all these different jobs to do. Like when you first come in there, I mean, they was paying me good too, but I ain't like the work, so whatever. They was paying me good. So when you first come in there, they would have your name on this roll sheet and they kind of tell you what your job is. So sometimes you could be washing the dishes. You get all this experience because you got all these, and sometimes you got to prep the food. Sometimes you got to prep the station area where you're about to serve the food. It was a lot. I used to learn a whole bunch of stuff because I had to get my money. I told y'all 1,000 jobs and hustling and all that. So, and at a second part in the shift, after you prep everything for the breakfast, because the kids used to come in there and eat early. They used to be done they eating so early in the day. I'm like, this is crazy, but whatever. Then they give you your second shift. So let's just say, let me give y'all an example. So everybody hated to be on pots. Like when you come in, you do not want to see, because the lady, she was like a shift manager. She would know who all was working and she would assign you shifts based on all the rooms that was open that they were serving. Because Glen Mills campus almost looked better than ours. That joint was lit. That joint was beautiful. Anyway, so you come in and your name is on a list. Your names are on a list, and you don't want pots, because pots mean you're about to wash dishes the whole shift. You want to wash everything, and it's not the dishes that go in the machine, the plates. It's all these like big, like serving things, like metal serving things that just like, I don't know, you could serve a whole bunch of fruit cocktails on it, or a whole bunch of pizzas, or a whole bunch of whatever they done put in the oven. All right, so now look. That's why I say they shouldn't be wanting to go to no jail just because of food. So, and them kids was finding a way to try to see what's up with people. After this, I'm really getting off, y'all. So, I come in here to go to work. Let's say on my one shift, I had to prep desserts. So these kids was getting like glazed strawberries. So I had to open up, well, it was already all these fresh strawberries. I just had to wash them, cut all the green parts off, and like dip them in the sugar and put them in the cups. And I mean bowls. And then you have to line these bowls up to fill all these trays. You'll see how many trays it is on this little thing. She'll tell you like, you'll get all that done while you standing there. Right? So you stand there for this whole time prepping. You don't talk to the kids. They tell you straight from the rip, don't ever talk to them kids. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some of them staff girls that was working there was talking to them kids. Because another thing, y'all, sorry, them kids was looking like grown men after them. Thank God I ain't talking to none of them kids. That's fact. But anyway, it happened. Some of them grown women that was 20-something like me was going up there talking to them kids. It was all like that. So now look, yeah, and I'm not speaking nobody's name, but it's facts. Because they got removed, and they got removed for doing that. And I'm not saying no more about that, because I don't want nobody like, Audrey, why you say that? Because you was doing it. You shouldn't have been messing with them kids. I mean, whatever. If you wanted to mess with them kids, go ahead. But anyway, look, y'all. So, I do the strawberries or whatever, and then your next spot, you get this break. And then after your next spot, they tell you how you about to serve. So then they show you where you going to serve. Because you might have to serve, or you might have to keep replacing all the food that they are serving. So you might get the person who got to stand there and serve and keep putting it up on the trays at the counter, or put the plates at the counter. Or you got to be the person who keeps replacing, like once they get low on bacon or something. Look, them kids ain't eat bacon. Then you bring more bacon. So on and so forth. So this one time I'm serving up, putting my plates up there on the thing, like putting the plates up. I would put 3 or 4 plates up because you just put the stuff what they were serving. So you just put it up and put it up there. I had a couple plates up there. I go to put, I don't know if I was putting the plate up there, whatever that I was put. The little boy was going to go grab a plate, but he like motioned to me to look at the plate. So I go picking the plate up, or I don't know, whatever it was. The little boy put a note under his plate, like to try to tell me anyway, like, oh, I like you, this and that. I'm thinking, little boy, no disrespect to you. I am here working to pay my car note that my mom got me, that I'm gonna wind up jumping in the water. I'm gonna tell y'all that story not today because I'm tired, but I'm gonna wind up jumping this car in the water. Like, sister, I don't want to talk to you about nothing. On top of that, I don't want to talk to you. I ain't trying to say it's because you were at the Glen Mills, but I'm cool. No. He wrote in the drawing like, I'm racking up these HPs. So I had went to the school and showed my friends like, yo, what does HPs mean? It was like home passes. I was like, so now every time I went to work, I diverted my eyes from the young boy. Like, no, young boy is cool. Don't try to send me, because he kept on writing me a couple more letters. I never snitched on him, but I never like returned his advances and none of that stuff, because somebody wound up getting caught up while I was working there. That's why I'm telling y'all that without telling y'all her business. Somebody wound up getting caught up on, like, that work with me, start messing with one of them kids. And I realized, oh, them kids will write you a note and tell you he racking up his HPs, so now you can go see him when he go home. I'm not seeing y'all, young boy. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, because you know I'm crazy.